a Muslim should be able to live anywhere, everywhere, and practice whatever you want anywhere. But that's not true. When Deborah Samuel Yakubu was killed, the Nigerian government did not do him. The Attorney General of Nigeria did not get involved when all this madness was going on. To actually set an example, there are actually two men currently on one is standing trial for defending himself, Jackson. The other one is standing trial for blasphemy, both on death sentence or death row, courtesy of these Islamic extremists practicing their blaspheming in that contraption, like you are in Iran or Pakistan. You get? Do you even know that if you are a Muslim in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria rather, and you convert to Christianity, you will be killed if you stay in that area? Do you even know that, if you are from the southern part of Nigeria, you are in a country that you don't even have a clue about a lot of things. Inside Nigeria, you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, converted to Islam, and the mob will see you. That's blasphemy. Oh no, apostasy. What do they call that one? Inside Nigeria, people will have to relocate and run away from their community. All of these Nigerian governments, successive governments, they are aware of them. And rather than for them to cover this madness, they continue to fuel it, fund it. That's why you have somebody like a Gumi still walking about today and still having platform. He's still being platformed to address the people on behalf of the terrorists. He was in Ibadan yesterday in the midst of the supposed Yoruba extremists, the Yoruba Islamic jihadists, the wannabe terrorists. I'll show you one soon. It's quite actually really crazy, by the way, right? But here was Gumi yesterday.
Because I can say now in Nigeria, if you are a fan of the social media, whenever you hear Gumi, then I have a barrage of missiles coming at me. All because of mispresentation. And we found ourselves in an eye of the storm of insecurity which we are discussing, and we found the reason. The basic reason is what all these erudite authors have been saying. Lack of education, unemployment. These are the two evils. So when I understand that our herdsmen are suffering from this too, you can imagine now, if we select maybe 10 people here, keep them with the cows alone, there's no communication with the outside world of the civilization. Come back in 1 year and see how these 10 representatives will be. They'll be roaring like a cow. If you don't give man education, he'll be an animal. So I said, the best way to curb insecurity is to go and see the source of the insecurity. In trying to go there and establish contact with them, of channels for them to get educated, and it became a rise Dr. Gumi, he knows where they are. When I go with the police. I don't really know. I go with the police. It's not a one-man's mission. I carry everybody along, invited by state governors. Please come and speak to these people. And this is what we have been doing. So, to give an example, myself, in a very notorious area that is between Abuja and Kaduna, because that is where they kidnap the rich people. spoke to them, and I promised them one thing. I will build a school for you. And you will be the one that will build the school.
Sorry, I'll save you the agony. So he was right there telling us that people misunderstood him. And on social media, they are barraging him with insult, abuse, and attacks and all of that. But what he is simply just telling every one of you was that, listen, these people are doing what they are doing because they are not educated. So the government should invest in them, give them education, and then they will begin to behave normally like everyone else. What an unfortunate man. These terrorists don't need any education. They are radicalized, armed, drugged. The only message, the only probably help that they can be given, right, or give to them is to send them to their creator so that they can probably go solve whatever it is that they needed to probably solve. Give them education. But you have been pardoning terrorists for 10 years now. How come that did not even like a reflect? Over 10 years, they have been pardoning terrorists. Is Gumi aware of that? Then why should we be killed? Because a tribe in Nigeria did not get education. Education is free in some places. Everybody could acquire that. Fulanis could go to school if they want, because Fulanis have been going to school in Nigeria, Abi. So Gumi is one of those trying to mislead you, okay, by by gaslighting you, telling you that you are just overreacting. Why people are being slaughtered and killed, and including children. Children. But somebody like that is being platformed. He's still addressing people. He's still being invited to here and there to come and give opinion. Just like Tinubu won't declare a state of emergency in Borno State, where a brigadier general was kidnapped and killed, and several other soldiers too were ambushed and slaughtered on camera. There's no state of emergency there. But the madman declared a state of emergency because his political protege or his political associate, Wike, was about to lose the control of the supposed oil-rich state in the Niger Delta, River State. He declared a state of emergency there. Educated illiterates actually defended that. Lawyers defended it. And there's no way in your own constitution where a state of emergency in that sense was like his prerogative. No. But he did it anyway. And he did so before he even informed the National Assembly. Remember? So illegal man, illegal regime, everything illegality, So Gumi is enjoying that freedom. The one they denied Nnamdi Kanu, the whistleblower. The person that blew the whistle on this murderous terrorist and the entire state structure of Nigeria, security apparatus, was unleashed on him. The entire system was unleashed on him. And the judge that delivered his own useless judgment today, or Motosho, you could tell at a point he was like so angry, and we were like, why is he so angry? At his time, he actually scoffed when Nnamdi Kanu said, I will lead from the front. When he was quoting Nnamdi Kanu that, I will lead the war from the front, he scoffed. It was like, that's the judge. Same as the supposed prosecution council. Justice murdered. And you're seeing all of that. I say, why did they go out that way? They say, it's because it's Nnamdi Kanu, or he's an Igbo man. It's got to be an extra. Say there's one Nigeria. There's no one Nigeria. What you've got is many Nigerias. There are those who are trying to pamper us to sleep, while the slaughterers, the murderers, will come at night and kill us, and yet we are still going to be blamed. That we are just being Islamophobic, we are being Fulaniphobic, we are overreacting. And the criminal government will also do their best to continue to defend them while they target everybody that decided to not keep short. Say, keep your mouth shut. If you fail to, then they'll give you Nnamdi Kanu's treatment. It's as simple as that. While the terrorists that are posting with AK-47 and all those weapons, these murderous, bloodshot criminals, right? They are there enjoying the same red carpet. APC, Ekbekekbe. So yeah, I support these guys. Trump should come.
Trump must come in Nigeria. He must come. We support the coming of American soldiers in Nigeria. And President Trump must come in Nigeria. Yes, as you can see, we are progressing peaceful protests. We support the coming of President Trump in Nigeria. This killing of Christians is too much in Nigeria. We need Trump to come in Nigeria to fight against these terrorists. We need Trump. We are in support of President Trump. Look at it. Thousands of Christians have been killed in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians have been slaughtered in Nigeria. And the world is keeping silent. Thousands of Christians have been slaughtered in Nigeria. Thousands. So we support President Trump. But we are begging President Trump. President Donald Trump, please don't disappoint us. We Nigerian Christians are still waiting for you. The killing is still going on. We are begging President Donald Trump to fulfill his promise. The killing is still going on. Do you support President Donald Trump? We need Trump. We need Trump. Trump must come to Nigeria to fight against these terrorists.
And you may look at them like unserious people. Well, that is what everybody is doing, adding their own voice, crying out for help. They've seen through their own government collusion. This is not even like a beating, like the killings continues, the kidnapping continues. A man who went for his own daughter's convocation, all right, on his way back, they kidnapped him. So now I think they are asking for 20 million naira. The young lady that just gained admission, and you know what it is like when you have to, like, as a parent, sending your child to school the first time in the higher institution, you know what that takes in the Nigeria of today. Anyway, the guy was coming back and they grabbed him. Then they used his phone to call his family, to speak to them to bring money, or he would be killed. Now, this is a Yoruba man in Yoruba land. And I, as a Yoruba man, I am actually enraged. I've seen many. To the point that if I have to ask for help, where do you think I should turn to in a situation like this?
Hello.
Yeah, mo gbọ́ yín má sọ̀rọ̀.
Máa gbọ́. Lọ mú Ìsíkẹ́lì.
Má sọ̀rọ̀.
Tọ́ba ti mú. Hello. Tọ́ba ti sọ̀dọ̀ Ìsíkẹ́lì.
Àjọ wà ní.
Ẹjọ́ lọ sọ̀dọ̀ Ahmed. Kọ́ba tẹ́yìn máa jẹ́ ìsìn. Àjẹ́ wọlé dáadáa bá mi explain fún.
Kálá Ahmed wo ni?
Mo dárúkọ rẹ̀ complete ní òjòbó tí mo kátà ń sọ.
Ok.
Kẹ́bá ti lọ sọ́fíìsì kẹ́bá ti máa jẹ́ ìsìnlẹ̀ wá. Ní complain.
A ti lé wọ́n ti fún wa ní kíní tó máa fi wá ibẹ̀.
Sọ pé emergency ni ẹ padà lọ ni. Emergency ló máa ń dáhùn kíákíá ẹ padà lọ. Ẹni emergency ni.
Ìbólẹ̀ wà báyìí ṣọ́ sọ yín ni. Ṣọ́ sọ yín mọ́lẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n sọ yín ni.
Látàárọ̀. Ojú àmì ti wú ìkè.
Mo dáràn. Mo dáràn.
Ẹ tètè yára lọ.
Àdúgbò wo lẹwà gan-an, àdúgbò wo lẹwà, wọ́n ní bèrè àdúgbò wo lẹwà. Àdúgbò wo lẹwà báyìí.
Ìmúnugbó la wà.
Ibi lọ sí gbé yín gan-an, ibi lẹ́jẹ́ tó fi gbé yín.
Látà Kabba. Mọ́tò wa náà ọlọ́.
Mo pọ̀, ṣé wọ́n mú dẹ́rẹ́bà náà mọ́?
àwọn gbogbo wa ni wọ́n ṣùtì mọ́tò.
ṣé wọ́n so yín mọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ni wọ́n so yín.
Látàárọ̀ àti lílù náà lù wọ́n.
Mo dáná wọn ò jẹ́ kí n bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ kí n bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ni àbúrò yín náà fẹ́ bàbá àwọn lè fi ẹgbẹ̀rún kíní kan kalẹ̀.
Kiza.
Hello.
Ina jin ki.
Salamu alaikum malam.
Alaikum salamu malama.
Ina wuni.
Lafiya lau.
Ina gajiya.
Gajiya fa yana wajen ku fa.
Ina wajen ku baba na ku taimaka ku rufa min asiri baba na Allah ya maka albarka.
A nawa?
A
nawa za mu rufa maka?
Mun hada 700 ne yanzu. Muna hadawa ne. 700. 700. Mun hada 700 muna neman wasu kuma za su sun ce za su turo mana su. Shi sa muke hadawa dan Allah. Amma mun hada 700.
Nawa kuke so ku ba su? Nawa kuke so ku ba su?
In kan taimaka na mana kamar 800.
Kina ji ba?
Ina jin ka babana. Ina jin ka.
Akan mun tausaya maku, mun duba mun ga halin da wannan yake nan mu tausaya maku a miliyan 5.
Babana ka yi ban da miliyan 5 babana. Ka gani a durkuse nake a wurin. Ina durkuse ne. Ka gani a durkuse ne mutunci da muke magana tare da kai. Mutunci da muke magana na ga kai kana da mutunci. Na gan wallahi kana da mutunci. Allah. Mun ba wai halin yadda kasan mu yake ba irin ka kai kana da mutunci Allah. Dan Allah ka taimaka mana. Ni da ka gani ni matan shi ne ni ma ban da lafiya ina ciwon zuciya ban da lafiya shi yake karbo mun magani.
Ina ga akwai yaron nashi wanda ya ce za su da miliyan 1. Hello?
That's a human being they are negotiating on, not a goat or a cow. It was a whole man who went to Ondo State, Akure, for his own daughter's convocation. We just gained admission. On his way back to Kogi, they kidnapped him, tied him, then used his phone to call his family that they should bring them 20 million naira. So the lady that was speaking Hausa was saying that they've raised almost 1 million naira. I think she said something about 700,000 naira. Are you going to do 700,000? I mean, what's 700,000 naira going to do from 20 million naira? A poor family. There are so many poor families like that who have become these victims. They barely talk about them. Can you understand? Many families have been wrecked. Well-to-do families in northern part of Nigeria, many of them have been wrecked because they had to sell all of their properties, sell everything, go into debt to pay ransom to these terrorists. Just so you know. But waiting, Fulani man, what is a Fulani man? This point, doing in Kabba, doing in Kogi. Kogi and Chad, Kogi and Niger, Fulanis are not indigenous to Nigeria. So everywhere you found them today, they conquered the place. You need to understand that. Those who were there before them were killed and chased away. And these places they become theirs. And that's the whole agenda. What would make a Fulani man go to Ondo State to kidnap somebody from Ondo State? He won't share border. They're living together next to each other. No. A Fulani man will have to travel hundreds of miles rather, from his place, but thousands of miles before it would then get to some of the places where this terrorism are taking place. Think about that. There is a soldier.
Good afternoon, sir. The President of Republic of Nigeria, the Chief of Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Minister of Defense, Honorable Talamis Badaru, sir, the State Minister of Defense, Honorable Bello Muhammad Matole Marado, sir, the Chief of Defense Staff, General O.O. Oyelde, sir, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wahid Shaibu, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm 17 NA oblique 76 48 34. Last Corporal Muhammad Malo. I'm soldier serving in Nigerian Army. Sir, my own problem, I'm not here to accuse anyone. I'm not here to condemn anyone. I'm here to table my problem, sir. Sir, I wanted to apply for voluntary discharge. They couldn't allow me to get the papers. Somewhere, if I ask them to apply, they will tell me, say, if I go back to my unit, I'll apply. And which is, sir, from 2017, yet now, I couldn't have any unit from this operation to this operation. My dossier is in my house in Gombe State. To say that, that's to know that I don't have any unit. From 1 Brigade Garrison in Operation Hadinkai, I tried to apply. They couldn't allow me because of the process. You meet this one, meet this one, meet this one. I tried to apply last one in 21 Special Brigade Ammo in Bama here. I first meet the clerk, explain, tell me that the true channel of communication of that, I'll meet my company commander and explain to him, which is I do so. And up to now, they couldn't allow me to get the papers and sign. I'm a soldier. I'm under depression. If I say depression, sir, I mean depression. My mind is not even here, sir. I have problem. I have genuine problems, sir. I'm under serious depression, sir. I'm not saying that the army are treating me bad or not. No, sir. It's on my own family problem, sir. I have family problem, which is I need to write voluntary and go so that I will solve it. I think several times to carry on, that's run away, leave the army. But I don't want to do so because you affect me in my future. That's why I decided to write the voluntary and go, which is I spoken to my mother and she allowed me to write it, sir. Sir, help me.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it? Omolomo. You know that there's something in the military. They call it voluntary withdrawal. Who knows? All these Fulani killers, all these terrorists, and then Nigerian army pardoning them. Alaye said, he has a family. I have a family problem. I can't do my job. So it's like they rejected his reason for want to leave the army. So, but at the same time, they could tell that his mind is probably not in the army, so they didn't let him go. And yet they still didn't assign him to any unit. Here you get. So it is just angering the balance. They knew that this one no one do army job again. He no one die. So it's like me going to the army and just maybe, injure myself. And I would just be like, I'm no longer capable of working as a soldier. Here you get. And I will just get honorable discharge and you go away. You understand? Then they just hang him in the balance. It didn't work out well. So he's depressed, he's worried, his mind is just not settled, and the rest of that. If not you, in the state of Nigeria of today, let us be honest. Okay, maybe not you. If it's me, I can tell them that I have gone blind. Yeah. Even if doctor checked me and said, But you can see, we can see that I know they see anything. I'm blind. I want you to certify me blind. I can't see anything anymore. I'm blind. I don't want to do soldier anymore. If you like, laugh at me. If you like. They killed a brigadier general like that.